Okay, and this time we're going to be doing something a lot different. I'm not going to be reviewing a tea, but instead making a tea, specifically sweet potato casserole. A dish that I always eat for Thanksgiving. I love it. It's really good. It has sweet potatoes and cinnamon and pecans and marshmallows and sugar. A lot of sugar. And now I'm going to take sweet potato casserole, transform it into a tea, and we'll see how that goes. I already know how it goes, but you'll see how that goes. And let's get right to it. Let's go. Let's bow, bow, bow. So first things first, of course, you gotta start with peeling your potato. I sped this up because I don't think you want to see me peel a potato. And looking back, maybe I didn't speed it up a lot, so we're going to talk about things later that happened in the video. For example, I start to eat the tea after I'm done with it, and all. And then, I always wondered, like, why don't girls like watching other people eat? Then I watched me eat, and then we're like, that's why, because I'm doing things with a spoon that's weird, and it's freaking me out. So yeah, peel this potato. Anyway, it doesn't really need to, be a very big potato, but we're going to measure this thing later, and minimum, I'm going to say 12 ounces. Look at that clean potato. And now I'm going to go to like, on this little tiny piece that was kind of sticking out there. But yeah, I'm going to say minimum 12 ounces, but you can definitely use more. I actually recommend using more so you can really get a stronger sweet potato taste, if you like sweet potato taste. But if you don't like sweet potato, just don't make this tea, because it's the main feature of it. I think we got that done. Did I do it? I think I did. By George, I think I got it. Boom, snap, clear transition. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, okay. Now you gotta cut it. So of course, cut the sweet potato. You must be safe at all times. What I'm doing right there, I was getting annoyed. It's hard to cut even with a serrated knife like that. Switch to the other side, because it's easier to cut that. So yes, oh gosh. There I am. So yes, just keep cutting the sweet potato. You want to cut it into thin slices, because, well, that's the easiest way to cut it. And now I'm getting frustrated, and now I'm trying to use the knife as well as possible. Pressing my hand down, this isn't safe. I recommend not doing this and finding a better knife. But I'm broke, so I had to use what I was dealing with. Next up was a spoon as my better option, so I stuck with a knife either way. Pulling up those sleeves, making sure that if there's any skin cut, you'll see it plain as day. And we're going to just keep cutting it. It's nice sliced pieces. Nice sliced pieces. Again, not a smart thing to do, but I am a guy, and I make bad decisions every day. It's what I do. Look at that flawless magic transition. Perfect. I don't know what I'm doing over here. This is, I'm getting a teapot. Of course, put all those sweet potato parts inside the teapot, and after you get that, you want to rinse out the little sweet potato. Maybe 2 or 3 times. Fill it up. Pour it out the spout, like so. What am I doing there? Oh yeah, there I am. I'm pouring it out the spout, like so. This is what I recommend, just so you can get it all clean. After that, I recommend pouring 1.5 cups of water. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I just left the camera on. Forgot to edit this part out, so this will stay in. And I'm getting another half of a cup. I just poured 1 cup in, and here's the half. Here we go. What am I doing? Oh, there I am. Here we go. And look at that, nice. We then, what are we doing? Oh, we then put it on the oven at high until it gets to a nice boil. And it got to a nice boil. Now, after getting to a nice boil, we turn it to medium heat between 4 and 6 on my oven, so of course 4.5, for around 20 minutes. So we keep it on medium heat for 20 minutes after we let it boil. As soon as it gets to boiling, change it to medium heat for 20 minutes. Can't repeat that enough just so you can be clear about it. And after that, we just move it and move it over there, then we move it back. This is important to the whole process. Do not forget that step. And then of course, we pour all of the water out. Now, we had 1.5 cups of water, but as you see, we don't even have a cup left. And the first time I did this, I had even less. And I recommend having less just so you can get more flavor. Oh gosh. Again, this isn't perfect, and this way I got scared. Next, we're going to add a teaspoon of maple syrup. That's right, maple syrup. So back and forth. Do not go in circles. We're not trying to create a whirlpool. We're trying to get everything situated. So back and forth, like that, like so. Next up, we're going to do a dash of cinnamon. How much is a dash? Well, it's a little bit more than a pinch. And next is a glob of butter.
or a tidbit of butter. If you don't know what a tidbit is, you must look it up. It's part of the metric system, and I don't know how you haven't realized that yet. As you saw, I was spinning in a circle like a madman. Then I kept myself composed and went back and forth. The way it is supposed to be when making tea. Of course. What am I looking at? What am I doing? Oh, sweet potatoes. Mash it, put cinnamon, put butter, put sugar, and you scramble it up together. Wow, I caught myself off guard. Next up is marshmallows. An ungodly amount of marshmallows. More marshmallows. The more marshmallows, the better. This is very fundamental to the building blocks of making this, because after that, you put pecans on. And you want that thing to float. I like pecans a lot. I think it's my favorite nut. Is it a nut or a seed? I don't know. I'm sorry, I got messed up. And then we take the sweet potato and we do. These are the sound effects I make. I make them in bed too. How embarrassing. What? And next we add another dash of cinnamon. Again, more than a pinch, but less than a behoova. And there you go. Your sweet potato casserole tea. I hope you enjoy this, just everything. There you go. I also want to give some advice that if you want more of a sweet potato flavor, just add sweet potato syrup. You can get it at Amazon, and I was too late to get it. That's why I did this method.
So here we actually go. Sweet potato casserole tea. I did it! I figured out a way to make it. Now, because of the obscene amount of marshmallows, it's actually not moving at all. It's staying pretty solid. Taste. Of course you have to. Oop. Sweet potatoes, marshmallow, and pecan. Of course it doesn't have the same flavor because it's a tea, but you still have it. I like it. I think it's good. All the potato just sunk to the bottom now because I stabbed at it. We still have marshmallow and pecans at the top. That tastes good. It's warm. I like it. I'm proud of myself for figuring out how to make this taste like it. Now, sip. It's hot. Still sip. Gotta do it. Yep. Still really hot. It tastes like... It's if you make the sweet potato casserole and then said, what happens if I would make this a liquid? This is what it would taste like. Now, I'm burning my tongue, so it's good. Overall, this was fun to make. Now, where do you drink it every day? No, seasonal. Obviously seasonal. Obviously. Need to warm up? You take this. You're trying to impress a girl? I don't know how to do that, so I can't help you there. Feeling cold? Maybe some hot chocolate or some sweet potato casserole tea. And now you know how to make it and you can try it. Now last time I made this, it had actually less liquid. Instead of being right here, it was at around 200 instead. So that meant that it tasted stronger instead of tasting more watered down, which I always don't prefer. And like I said, you can use at the minimum 12 ounces of sweet potato. But if you use more than 12 ounces, that isn't bad. It just, you know, you have more sweetness, more sugar. This was fun. I want to do more things like this because reviewing and tasting tea is always fun, and I like tea. But sometimes I need to use my brain. Some people use it to end world hunger and help cure diseases. I decide what if food was liquid, and I do stuff like this. And it's still really hot. One final sip. Here's how I would improve on it. Maybe more sweet potatoes when you're actually steeping it, so you can get more sweet potato flavor. It could still be sweeter. Of course it could. But overall, not bad, but could make improvements. So there you go. Here's how you make it. Why would you make it? It's fun, come on. For the whole family. I'm getting blinded. So there you go. Sweet potato casserole tea. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me if you want more of this, because I want more of this. Well, not more of this specifically, even though this isn't bad and I like it. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll figure out a way to make it better. Probably. I have faith in you to make it better. I like pecans. I like sweet potato. I like marshmallow. I like sweet potato casserole. I like teas. I like you. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy.